Be patient, don't be inside. Oh, hi, it's Oma here. Good to see you, Crossview Kids. I've sure missed being with you these last couple of months, and I want you to know I'm really excited to be here to tell you the story today about how important it is that we remember that we can trust God. And we're going to do that through a very, very special story today about a plan that God has for someone named Jacob. So Jacob, even before he and his twin brother Esau are born, God has a plan for them, just like he had a plan for you before you were born. And the only problem is Jacob couldn't wait for the plan to happen. Now, when God makes a plan for us, we know it's going to be good. And we know that nothing will stop him from that plan. And God told that plan to Rebekah, Jacob's mother. So I want you to hear that plan that God had. The Lord said to her, Rebekah, 2 nations are in your womb. A womb is like where the babies are while they're waiting to be born. And 2 peoples from within you will be separated, and one will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger. So God planned for Jacob to be the leader over his brother Esau. Wow, think about the times you've been a leader and what a cool feeling that was. Now, Jacob leading Esau was quite surprising because back in those times, which was way, 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 way back there, in the olden times, the older brother, Esau, would have been the one who got all the blessing in the family, not Jacob. Isaac, their dad, planned to put Esau in charge and give him the blessing. And what he did was this. When he planned that, he said, Esau, I want you to go out and I want you to go catch some of that great stuff you get out when you're hunting, which you love, and come back and make me my favorite meal. And he was so excited to be eating that meal from his son Esau and was going to give him a blessing. So let's take a look at what happens, because when he leaves, Rebekah can't trust God's plan enough to let God figure it out. And so Rebekah gets together with her son, Isaac, and she comes up with a scheme. So here it is. From the Bible, Rebekah said to her son Jacob, look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat, so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you. So here was Mom's plan. Go out and get some food. And then, since Isaac is really old and he can't see very well, she says, we're going to trick him. Put on Esau's clothes. Now, Esau was always out in the woods. He was always hunting and always gathering. And he had this kind of a strong smell. Jacob didn't have that smell. So they took Esau's clothes and they put him on Jacob when he went to go visit Isaac. So he comes in and Jacob gets close to his dad and he wants to serve him. And Isaac thinks, wait a minute, you don't sound like Esau. And then he remembers that Esau has really hairy arms and Jacob doesn't. So he says, give me a hug, just so he can check and see if it's really Esau before he gives the blessing. Well, Rebekah and Jacob were pretty smart. And what they did was they got animal skins and they put them over his arms and they put them around his back. And when Isaac went to go hug him, he felt the fur from the animals and he went, oh, this is my son Esau. And he gave him the blessing so that he would rule over the family. Jacob and his mom were very, very tricky. they thought they needed to do something to make God's plan happen because they didn't trust that God could do that for them. So now, what are we going to do? Isaac has given the blessing to Jacob. So when Esau comes back, here's what the Bible says. His father asked Esau, "Who are you?" "I'm your son," he answered, "your firstborn, Esau." And Isaac trembled violently, and he said, "Who was it then that hunted the game and brought it to me? I ate it just before you came, and I blessed him. And indeed, he will be blessed." And when Esau heard his father's words, he burst out with this loud and bitter cry, and he said, "Bless me too, my father, bless me." Isaac had given the blessing to Jacob. He couldn't take it back from him, even if he wanted to. But even though he'd been tricked, Esau could still trust God to take care of him, and he did. And if he can take care of Esau in that situation, even when he was tricked, he can take care of you. So I want you to think about things that you want to trust God for, things that you think that God could take care of for you. Now, Jacob and his mom, they didn't trust God, and they didn't trust that he could make the plans for Jacob happen. And they did a lot of really sneaky things, and it hurt a lot of people because they were in such a rush to try to get those plans in place. So here's what I want to say to you today, friends. Don't hurry. God has a plan for you, and God is never late. He's always on time. So you can just rest and be peaceful and know that he has a plan for you, and it's for good. And if you ever get feeling like, "Oh, I want to make it happen," you can just sing, be patient, don't be in such a hurry." But I don't know the rest of the song, so maybe you do. Remember, there is a God who knew you before you were born. He has loved you even before you took your first breath. And a God that loves you that much, you can trust him. So, I'm saying goodbye until we meet again. Miss you, and hope to see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.
Come on, clap your hands. Here we go. That's it. Yeah, we're all in this together, and we're having fun. We're here to spread